Oh, it was Power here with the review of the Kamen Saber DX Dragonic Knight Wonder Ride book. So this is the power up form of Kamen Saber, shown right there. Here's the Dragonic Knight Wonder Ride book itself. Here's the book again, the form, bottom, and everything that I'll go through. Yeah, and sadly it's not the same consistency as Jarl Dragon, as you can see right here, because the picture, the form's more prominent, and it's on the left instead of that. So here we have the Dragonic Knight Wonder Ride book right here, and it's more reasonably shaped compared to Jarl Dragon, because it's just, you know, this is what you would have expected out of a like giant Wonder Ride book. Comparing, as you can see, like, you know, it's standardly shaped, and the back is just, you know, slightly extended. So this is more reasonably, in my opinion, designed than Jarl Dragon, because Jarl Dragon is just funky. Got the button here for activation, because it's like, gosh, the Wonder Mark. The QR code's in the back now because of how things are. So QR code for Gamba Rising, I think I forgot to show that in the demo. So obviously speakers, the bottom, the other button. So here's the cover, obviously the same font, and there's another depiction of a knight that's similar to Dragonic Knight riding on Brave Dragon. The Wonder text, and we have this nice red right here because it's supposed to expand on the illustration right here, which this is pretty neat and such. As you can see, Saber there, and I doubt this is gonna work just because how this works, because I think, okay, it wasn't, my nail wasn't strong enough, but the transformation page, which it slides entirely to show Saber and Brave Dragon, and then you can actually push this in between here to do that. So it's interesting that it's obviously clear plastic, obviously just so the illustration can expand and such. Other than that, you know, the same typical Wonder Ride book stuff. So yeah, let's start with the sounds. Just like Jarl Dragon, we have 3 story announcements, but the first one being the main one. And obviously, just unlike Jarl Dragon, you can actually push this one. You don't have to like close it and then like open it. You can actually just press it back. So essentially, you know, this, you know, it's similar to how Wonder Ride books work. Essentially, this point here presses a button in there. Yeah, so let's get the sword trigger. Obviously, we need it to be Rekka, and unlike Jarl Dragon, just because how this works, the way technically, besides pressing this, you could double tap this. For reasons. So you get the same insertion sound as Jarl Dragon, but now it's just straight up producing the standby that this would typically do. But anyways. So there we get the transformation for Dragonic Knight. The light's supposed to keep emitting, but I don't think it read this, so that's problematic. Unless it got no. Yeah, okay, it didn't read the book. But anyways, so here we have Dragonic Knight within the Sword Driver, and this is actually pretty decent. Like, I actually really like how this looks. Like, it actually does fill out the empty slots within the Sword Driver pretty well, and you know, I think the gray here really works well with the Seiken. Like, this just overall, like, works pretty well. So, unlike Jao Dragon, or we actually, well, I guess like Jao Dragon, this does produce its finishers. However, the way you activate them is different by just simply pressing the cover back. So again, the same finisher, standby. And obviously the second finisher, which obviously we still pull out Rekka. So yeah, obviously this will just go on forever. Now, we actually do have an additional function by pressing this 3 times, which will essentially summon Brave Dragon. Which, the summoning jingle is essentially just the transformation of Dragonic Knight. It's just, you know, the vocals, like the backup vocals are actually now present. So yeah. You can, just like a Jao Dragon, you can still do finishers within Rekka. Obviously, just like Jao Dragon, this is Densetsu no Shinju. Obviously, the Giri sound is permanently, the Giri sound is programmed to, you know, activate when you pull out the Seiken already. You don't have to, like, press it back to, you know, to initiate it. And obviously, the Suts reads. Kuriyami. This is interesting, essentially, because I guess I should actually demonstrate this. So, obviously, you can, like, you know, still transform this like how you would. Wait. Okay, now it's activated. So as you can hear from there, it now reads as Giant Monster instead of, and it just does the normal standby, which conflicts with whenever you actually insert it within the caliber driver. Because now you have these two sounds conflicting, and now you get nothing. because then this, you struggle essentially. So yeah, essentially, obviously, it's you know, it just allows this thing to do its thing and such. But if we do a finisher or a such read, and just to show, interestingly enough, unlike Jaw Dragon, you can only scan this once. As you can see, it's not allowing me to scan it anymore. Yeah. So it's interesting that it actually does, this is actually technically more powerful than Jaw Dragon. But essentially, like, so basically, essentially, like, with the caliber driver, I think this peg is too weak to actually allow the mechanism to go, because it needs, because one regular press is just not going to do it, essentially. You have to, like, have some force to it. Okay. Essentially, this thing on the caliper driver looks really, it obviously looks stupidly dumb, but like, it's kind of hysterical in a way, but jeez. Other than that, you know, you technically do get, you know, it does actually do something new within the Kuriyami. So yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty neat, like, power-up book for Saber. You know, as I've kind of already implied, I just prefer this a lot more than Jaw Dragon, even though, yeah, like, the Brave Dragon summoning Ingrish is interesting. Like, I think that's at least more tolerable than what Jaw Dragon was trying to do, because Jaw Dragons just wasn't as funny than Get Go, Underconquer, Got Get Geen. So, and also, this is probably my favorite form out of Saber entirely, because that's what I guess Reiwa's been doing with me. Just the fact that I actually been liking the power-up forms. But yeah, it doesn't, like, it does what it needs to do essentially. So yeah, that's essentially it. I don't really have much to say. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.